What is meth psychosis like? From a former meth user's point of view, who used to be in psychosis like half the time she used. That would be me. What's up, you guys? My name's Nicole Pludre. I'm a person in recovery. I've been sober for 9 years, and I used to shoot a lot of motherfucking meth. Half the time, I was okay when I was shooting, and the other half of the time, I was in full-fledged meth psychosis. So let me tell you what it was like. When I was in meth psychosis, a lot of the reasons why I would go into psychosis was because I would stay up for multiple days in a row without eating, drinking, or sleeping. Now, don't get me to lying. Of course, I'd have a little sip of Mountain Dew or a little bit of water, maybe a cracker. But I'm talking for the most part, I was starving. I wasn't eating. Because the last thing on my mind when I was high on meth was to fuel my body, right? I was just so consumed by this drug. This drug made me so hyper-focused on things that I was doing in my life that I would lose track of time and I wouldn't eat, right? And I wouldn't drink. So because of the lack of eating and drinking and sleeping, I would start to hallucinate auditory and visual hallucinations. And what that is like for me is really fucking real. I could not tell you for the longest time that the things I was experiencing were psychosis. I thought that I was seeing my boss from my job. I thought that my mom had showed up from Hot Springs to come and hang out with me at the house that I was tweaking balls at, right? A lot of the ways that I realized that I was actually having psychosis after I came out of it was sitting down with my friends and family members who would tell me that never happened, Nicole. That story that you're telling, it never happened. I wasn't there. That was one of your psychoses. Imagine seeing people and talking to people and interacting with people that are not really there, but you can see them. You can see them, you can touch them, you are interacting with them. That is what psychosis was like for me. It was so real. For the first 2 years of my sobriety, I had a really hard time coming to grips with the fact that the things that I thought happened didn't happen. And that's like a really scary realization to experience. It was very overwhelming to go through that and to realize that my mind had tricked me, right? Once I started to realize that a lot of the things that I thought happened didn't happen, and I talked to people that could corroborate that those things didn't happen, then I started working on really healing and coming to terms with the damage that I did to my brain and my body. I have been in therapy for years, you guys, years, 9 years basically, working on healing. It's scary to not know what is real and what is not real. It's very, very scary. And that's why when I talk to you guys about helping your loved ones that are in psychosis, I really want you to really understand that they do not realize that what they are thinking is happening is not happening. And there's really not a way to communicate that to somebody while they are in psychosis. It's so important to wait for that person to come out of it. Honestly, for that person to get off of drugs and to get some sobriety time, some clear-mindedness underneath them. Because trying to communicate that to somebody who's still struggling with psychosis or still using methamphetamine, you're not going to get far with them because they truly, 100%, without a doubt, believe that what they're seeing is happening. What they're hearing is really happening. So I hope this video helps you understand a little bit more what it's like to be in psychosis and how scary it truly, truly is and how real it is for the person going through it. And if you have any comments or questions, drop them down below. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media platforms. They're all linked in the bio, you guys. And remember, recovery is possible.